This is the Simulation Football Minor League on YouTube. The Tacoma Grizzlies hope to string a few more wins together after the win last week versus the Navigators. But look out! It's a cavalry charge from Ottawa as they themselves try to get back on the horse and return to winning ways. Hello folks, I'm Tyler Falk. Welcome along to a rain-soaked Tacoma, Washington here in week 4 of the SFLm. Playoffs are starting to creep into the minds of coaches and players as we approach the halfway point in the season. We have seen that both of these teams have the talent and some extraordinary players to push their teams into the postseason. And so I asked my broadcast partner, Mickey Malello, what players have caught your attention so far this season?
Well, for these teams, and looking at Dwayne Salmons for Ottawa, currently 4th rushing overall with 88 carries. On Tacoma's side, Rob Hunt is 3rd with receiving yards overall.
So the cavalry will go ahead and get us underway. Flood warnings in effect for the Tacoma area, but the only flood I predict we'll see here tonight will be a flood of action. Here we go, folks. Ottawa and Tacoma set to do battle. As here we go, we have kickoff in the Pacific Northwest. On the return from near the 10-yard line, making a nice little shake and bake move, getting up to about the 28-yard line is return man Martin Fallworth. As Tacoma will get their offense on the field for the first time, that'll see us introduce to you the quarterback for Tacoma, King Jackson. Jackson last week, 26-42 for just over 250 yards, a touchdown interception in the win versus Annapolis a week ago. They'll start with 4 wide receivers, looking for one of them on a crossing pattern. That's a nice pitch and catch for a good gain of 8 yards to Damon James, the slot receiver, as we introduce you the rest of the stars of the show here for the Grizzly offense. J.B. Elliott's the tailback with Rob Hunt, wide receiver. Lee Nakai also lining up in the wide receiving corps with Bob Long at tight end and Max Van Linge leading his men to the trenches at the tackle spot. Quick drop, another short little dink over the middle, and unfortunately unable to haul that one in was the fullback Dwayne Will.
I think this rain's definitely going to play a factor in the offense and the passing game for both teams today, Tyler.
All going to be a little bit more slippery out there. Make sure you get your gloves. Make sure you keep them dry. Make sure you get a towel. And I don't see very many towels out there for some of these wide receivers. And so they'll line up with 4 wide receivers, trying to go through the air to pick up the first down. Another slant pattern, looking again over the middle. This time connecting with the tight end Bob Long. That picks up a huge chunk of yards near midfield.
It did look like the Ottawa defense was playing a little bit off the ball for a 3rd and short play like there. Just gave Long that little bit of a lane to be able to get that first down for Tacoma.
Point their partner. We'll see if the defense adjusts the next time they see a similar situation. However, 5 wide receivers here on first down here for Tacoma. They're in a cool night, 50 some odd degrees here in Tacoma. That pass over the middle intended for Fallworth, unable to haul it in with one hand. As we introduce you the cavalry defense from Gedden is the defensive end. He leans his men in the trenches on the defensive line. Timothy Brock-Bousset is the middle linebacker alongside Timothy Connolly, the outside linebacker. Roy Towers, Zach Critch are the corners. Cody Tanaka, Debeko Brewer, Matt Ryan, and GB Wallace at the safety spots. Quick drop, pass over the middle. It is bobbled and dropped. And like you mentioned earlier, partner, this weather playing a factor here in the passing game.
We should also mention both of these defenses not let up over 20 points for the first 3 weeks of the minors. So it also could be a good defensive battle today, along with the rain helping out.
A little bit like that. And also these offenses haven't eclipsed the 20-plus point margin as well, and so we're expecting more of an old school football game. Weather maybe adding to that fact, like you mentioned. 3rd and 10 now here for the Grizzlies. They were able to convert on 3rd and short. This one a 3rd and 10. Jackson looking near side. What a grab on the sideline for a first down. It's Will Oswald.
Will Oswald just went up the line. He made a little out route. Does look like Ottawa's going to challenge his play to see if he was in bounds or not.
Well, as R62 pops under the hood to probably get out of the rain for a little bit, we will as well to get a second look at this play. A nice little corner route, maybe bumped off his route just a touch, partner, but I think he gets a footing. All you need is one here in the SFLm, and let's see what R62 has to say.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete. The catch was made prior to...
It will be a completed catch to Will Oslo. Good throw from Jackson. Put it right where his receiver was only going to be able to catch it. He gets a foot in bounds. Tacoma keeps the chains moving.
Yeah. Ottawa's defense again was playing a little bit off on the receivers there. If they want to hold this offense, they got to play a little bit more bump and run.
7th play of the drive now. Here for Tacoma. High formation, handoff through the middle goes the tailback, JB Elliott. First time we've called his name or number this evening. He picks up 3.
Might be the smart play to do for this game, especially with this rain coming down the way it is. Just keep the ball on the ground. Make sure those running backs keep a nice tight hold on them so they don't let it slip out.
Elliott's already got 2 rushing touchdowns this season in his return, in his second season in the SFLm. 3 wideouts now here on 2nd and 7. Jackson to throw, looks for the out route left side, caught, trying to get to the first down marker was Rob Hunt. He'll pick up about 6.5. It'll be 3rd and inches.
And Welbrook Boosie was the tackler on that one. He just came up and made a first down saving hit there to keep him behind the chains.
Ottawa's going to stack 8 men into the box here with a heavy offset eye handoff up the middle. Elliott's got the first down. He was able to fend off defenders for long enough, but I think he paid a price. He's still down on the turf.
That's not going to be good for the Tacoma offense. JB Elliott is one of the workhorses of their offense. If you need to get a few yards just to get the first down, he's the person that you call. That's going to really hurt Tacoma here.
Looked like that second hit. One of the linebackers, I believe that was Welbrock Bousse, coming up laying the lumber, and I think that's why we see Elliott being taken off the field at the moment, and hopefully he's okay and may be able to return later in the ball game. We'll get an update for you as soon as possible, but for now, backup tailback Gary Wallman sits on the sidelines here for this first down with 4 wide receivers. Jackson with a deep drop, looking underneath, got his man, good enough for about 7.
That's a big catch there for Rob Hunt right over the middle. Just coming over, getting those few yards. I don't think there's going to be many big plays this game either.
Right now, it's been all Tacoma right now as they've kept this drive going. Another handoff, this time for Wallman, and Wallman meets a brick wall, otherwise known as Welbrock Bousse.
Welbrock Bousse just came in, filled that hole, found the running back, and just gave him a shot and knocked him back about 3 yards on that play.
A tenacious hard hitter demonstrating his prowess here in week 4 of the minor league season. Now it's another 3rd down, 4th one of the drive, if I can count correctly. However, it's not going to matter. Free first down. Pass near side is caught. It's a first down no matter how you slice it. This one for Lili Nakai. We'll head to R62 to get the call on the offsides, which I believe Tacoma will decline. No, they will accept it. They will take the reception off of Lili, and they'll take the free 5 yards and pick up the first down.
Ottawa's going to have to stay on their side of the ball. They don't want to give up these 5 yards too often this game. Tacoma's offense is absolutely rolling right now. If they can keep this going, it's going to be a big day for Tacoma.
Already over 10 plays on the drive. Dump pass left for Wallman, the backup tailback. He cannot get the feet going in these sloppy conditions. He's taken down by Liam Howard.
And Liam just came over that line. He just stalked him.
That was Gedden, not Howard. Howard came in late. Gedden was the one who came up with the tackle behind the line.
I apologize to Mr. Gedden. That was you, all you, with that TFL.
All right, 2nd down and long after the hit in the backfield. 3 wide receivers. Jackson going to look for one of them on the out route near side. Caught by Lely as she will try and turn up field for extra yardage. Maybe picks up 6 on the play.
I don't know where Ottawa's defense is, but Lily Nakai was just wide open on that out route.
Already approaching the 6-minute mark here in this first quarter. 3rd and 7 here for Tacoma. 5-step drop. Jackson looking underneath. It's bobbled, still bobbling, and the rain-soaked football slips through the fingers of almost everybody and falls to the turf.
Tacoma got lucky on that one that it wasn't intercepted. That bounced off about 3 of Ottawa's defenders before hitting the ground.
So on comes the kicker, Paul Trent. Try and tack home the field goal. This one will be about a 27-yard attempt from the right hash.
And these field goals aren't easy for kickers, especially with this much rain.
You should know, partner, as you're one of them.
Exactly.
I snap corralled. Trent's kick is up and good. We got our first points of the game. It is Tacoma out on top, 3-0. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Brent puts his boot through the ball as we're off and rolling again as the return man gets blasted by Damon James at the 25-yard line. Harper unable to make heads or tails of the return. That'll see his offense take to the field for the first time today. John Lakeman comes out. He has the best completion percentage amongst all these quarterbacks here in the SFLm with 74.42%. See if that trend continues for Lakeman. I formation, 1st and 10. Lakeman's going to be back to pass, dumps it over the middle, caught for a short 4-yard pickup to Azami Mihara.
And Lakeman's showing why his completion percentage is that high. He just finds a short guy over the middle. Mihara just turns around, grabs those 4 yards, gets them closer to that 1st down marker.
Touch on the rest of these Cavalry offensive starters here in just a moment. 2 backs in the backfield. Lakeman going to look to throw. Blitz coming. Lakeman looks near side, and it looked to be the right pass, but Michael Knight, the product out of Sioux Falls, unable to haul that one in.
It looked like it was the right call. Just Michael Knight could not keep his feet. Nope, just couldn't even keep his hands on the ball there.
Footsteps coming from behind him. Just unsettling him just enough. Fortunately, unable to haul that one in. 3rd and 6. Coming up now. Here for the Cavalry. From their 29-yard line. 3rd down. Play action. Lakeman. Deep shot over the middle into double coverage. It's caught. 1st down and more to Gore Trafford.
Looked like Lakeman slipped a little bit on that play, but he caught his composure, stayed on his feet, and he found Trafford double covered and threaded the needle, get it right in the perfect spot so they get that big 1st down.
They were playing cover 3 Tacoma, but Trafford found the hole in between the safety and the corner, and Lakeman did the rest. As they cross midfield here on their 3rd play of the drive, upcoming now the 4th play. 1st and 10 from Tacoma's 46. Lakeman under pressure, out of 1 sack, and he's hit as he throws, and it falls to the turf. Great toughness from Lakeman, but we get an update about JB Elliott. Hairline fracture is the call. It sounds like he's going to try and tough it out.
If he can get back in the game, that's going to be a huge, huge playmaker for Tacoma.
Two backs in the backfield. One tight end on the line here for the Ottawa Cavalry. Handoff through the middle. Salmons trying to swim upstream, and he picks up 3 yards.
And swimming upstream is definitely the right analogy to use here with this rain. Salmons is, again, the 4th highest rusher for the SFLm right now. I think keeping the ball on the ground, giving it to him, it's going to be the right idea for Ottawa right now.
Lakeman going to the gun. Here on 3rd down. Another deep shot. This one defended perfectly by Tega Clay. And it's 4th down for the Cavalry.
Tega Clay just in the right spot, right time, great coverage. Saw that ball coming, put his hand in the air, knocked it down.
So out comes the punter, K.L. Barrett Jr. Stands at his own 42-yard line to try and pump this one away. James back deep to return is going to elect to let this one bounce. It takes a Tacoma hop for a split second, but the Hands team member leads it into the end zone. It's down for a touchback. Tacoma will start from their own 20.
That's a tough break for Ottawa. They could have downed them at the 3-yard line, but the momentum just brought the defender into the end zone. Now Tacoma gets it on their own 20.
Tacoma had a stellar opening drive, which took them from the beginning of regulation up to the 6:30 mark. It ended up netting them a field goal. We'll see if they can do the same thing here on this drive. Handoff. Near side. It is Gary Woolman, not JB Elliott. Elliott's still on the sideline. We might see him come back in the second quarter, but that's a good start for Woolman.
Great job for Woolman coming in for the injured Elliott, and he just finds the hole off tackle. Nice little stiff arm there to get that gain. Gain of 13 yards for him.
He was pretty bottled up at the end of the first drive, but to get off on the right foot here to begin drive number 2 in relief, can't expect too much else from your backup. As Elliott is back into the ball game, he gets this pass, tries to shake and bake. He'll pick up only a yard for his troubles.
Doesn't look like that finger's trouble. He's bothering him too much. He caught that ball right in stride.
2nd and 9 upcoming here for the Grizzly offense. Like going to this power I here on this drive. They go to it for the 3rd straight time. This time a run for JB through the middle. He is met by Welbeck, Bousset and company after a pickup of 3.
JB is doing a great job finding the holes, but the linebackers and the rest of the secondary for Ottawa is doing a good job stepping up and getting those tackles for small yardage here for Tacoma.
Trips right here as Jackson's in the gun. Jackson gonna look into coverage. It is caught by Bob Lung after a long drive, which saw them go for a field goal on the first drive. It's a quick 3 and out on drive number 2.
Bob Lung there looked like he was carrying a few defenders at the end. Might have gotten that first down, but Ottawa just said no thank you and brought him down to the wet surface.
So Johnny Landers be tasked with his first punt of the evening. Ottawa send the pressure, but Landers gets it away. Harry Harper on the return from his own 20 is corralled at the 21-yard line. So not a whole lot doing for Ottawa on their first offensive possession. We'll see if these stars can help make something happen. Dwayne Salmons the tailback with Michael Knight and Isaiah King IV at wide receiver, as Azami Mihara leads the tight end core. I formation. You're on 1st down here for the Cavalry. Handoff Salmons. He gets nowhere, maybe a yard. Ran right into the teeth of that defensive line.
Tacoma's defense just stepped up, closed any hole that Salmons could have gotten into. Short yardage on that one, just 1 yard. You got to keep that up. They want this game.
Bunch set left side of the formation from John Lakeman. Lakeman takes a quick drop, looking outside. Caught, turning upfield is Trafford, and Trafford gets the first down. Trafford's been called on quite a lot tonight, partner. He had that big catch over the middle on the opening drive for the Cavalry. He gets another reception here.
I think Lakeman's doing a great job reading the defense. It looked like that Tacoma was back on zone defense, and Trafford just came up, made a little out route, and was able to pick up that first down.
Lakeman now in the gun here on 1st and 10. Lakeman under pressure, hit from behind, but he got the ball off in time. Jason Bourne unable to come up with the sack. He partners Justin Thibodeau in the defensive line. Matt Brown, Jacob Creech are the linebackers with Angel Maldonado and Nano Matthews at the corner. King, Bradshaw, Tigaclay, and Remington James alongside Shepard Bakarian are your safeties for Tacoma. A single back look here for Ottawa, here on 2nd down. Handoff, left side, Salmons. He cuts back inside before being taken down by Creech. It's a short 3-yard pickup.
It's definitely going to be a passing situation here for Ottawa. What Lakeman's got to do is just keep an eye in his pocket. If he has to scramble a little bit, that previous play was the second time Tacoma got back there, and Lakeman was lucky to get an incomplete pass out of it.
And Ottawa go back in here into the gun on 3rd down. He pumps once, now look over the middle. I think that threw the defense off just enough for Ottawa to hit midfield as we tick under the minute mark.
And who is it again but Mr. Trafford? They have been calling his number all game today, and it seems to be that Lakeman and Trafford are just in sync in this rainy weather.
When I think Trafford, partner, I'm almost reminiscent of a certain old Trafford over in England. With the Manchester United football team over there. And maybe I'll start giving him a nickname. Maybe he's Old Trafford here in the SFLm. What are you guys thinking, Chet? Maybe you guys can help me out with nicknames. I'm not too good at them. As the handoff goes for Salmons up the middle, he picks up a couple more yards.
I think you got a good nickname for him. We got one over the pond, one on this side of the pond. I think Old Trafford will be perfect for him for this season.
Another old British territory, still in the Commonwealth is Canada, so Ottawa trying to represent the Commonwealth well here in the SFLm. 2nd and 7. Another handoff through the middle is Salmons, and this time he cannot get anywhere back to the line of scrimmage as he's taken down by Thibodeau, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter here in a tight ball game here in sloppy conditions. It's 3-0. Tacoma out in front. You're watching the Simulation Football Minor League here on YouTube. Welcome back to Tacoma, Washington. As no surprise here in the Pacific Northwest, it's raining. Tyler Falk alongside Mickey Malillo here in the booth, bringing the action here from Tacoma, Washington. Lakeman over the middle, cannot find his intended target. Great reactionary deflection by Shepard Varkarian, and that will force another punting situation for the Cavalry offense.
Varkarian there was just staying right in the middle of the secondary, watching the quarterback's eyes, saw that ball coming towards him, and just jumped at the right moment to knock it down.
For the second time this evening, Cale Barrett Jr. will punt this one away. Tacoma send the pressure and nearly get home. This time, James is going to try and make a return, looking for the sideline. He's taken down 2 yards shy of the 20 as the Tacoma offense will retake the field here in a very quick, I wouldn't even say quickly moving half, partner, but that first quarter kind of dragged on with Tacoma's opening drive, and their second drive didn't go that well at all.
First drive took up about half the first quarter, but then the last few drives on both teams just didn't go anywhere.
Blame that to the rain, the weather. Defenses playing their part. We'll see what happens here on drive number 3 here for the Grizzlies. Deep drop here from King Jackson. He floats into the sideline, caught by Rob Hunt at the 33.
That was a great pass by Jackson there, finding Hunt right where he needs to be and just dropping it in so he can catch it right before he gets hit out of bounds.
In a couple of these out routes near the sideline that have found purchase. That one no different. That's a good drive starter. Let's see if Tacoma can string a few of those plays together. Wondering about JB Elliott. Yes, he's back in the game. Does have a fractured, or maybe a hairline fracture on one of his fingers, but he's no worse for wear as he's back out here. He'll get the swing pass. He'll turn upfield and pick up 4 before being knocked out of bounds by Timothy Colony.
It doesn't look like that hairline fracture is bothering him at all. Caught that ball perfectly, turned it upfield to pick up those 4 yards.
Tacoma trying maybe to slow the game down just a little bit. Taking a little extra time in the huddle. Now coming out with 2 wide receivers in a split back, or an offset eye formation. Handoff right side. Got a block, did Elliott. He falls forward, but not enough for the first. G.B. Wallace came up with the first down saving tackle.
Like I mentioned earlier, J.B. Elliott is the workhorse for this Tacoma offense. You hand him the ball, you throw him the ball, he's going to get the yardage that you need. Don't be surprised if they hand it off to him again in his power eye.
Short yardage situation. Looks like Tacoma have the right formation out for it. They will go with a run. Has plenty of room to maneuver for the first down. He gets to the 46.
J.B. Elliott is, like I mentioned, is just that guy. He's your reliable man to get you the yardage that you need.
Offset eye, tight end flex off to the left. Under pressure as Jackson gets it off to Elliott, who spins out of a diving tackle to pick up extra yards. He left Wallace out to dry.
Well, there's nothing more appropriate for today than the spin cycle. Let me tell you, J.B. Elliott pulled that move, got the extra couple of yards, picking up those 3.
Both teams keeping ball security to a premium at the moment. No turnovers, especially with how sloppy and miserable these conditions out here. Elliott trying to make something happen on the outside. Will pick up the first down inside Tacoma territory to the 39.
Big run by J.B. Elliott. Took the handoff, found the hole, just went through the defense of Ottawa, and just rushed up the field, getting to the 39-yard line.
Couple of nice blocks on the outside. None bigger than Anthony Russell out there. I believe I saw Bob Lung, the tight end, try and help set the edge. Good all-around play from Tacoma as they try and get some more points on the board, trying to extend their already 3-point lead. Nickel look out of Ottawa versus this power eye. Jackson looking for a screenplay for Elliott right side. He's met rather quickly by Matt Ryan after only a gain of 1.
They have been calling Elliott's number for this entire drive so far. With the exception of one pass, Elliott has been their key factor in this drive keeping going.
Another power eye look. 8 men in the box here for Ottawa. Another pass play to Elliott, turning upfield and trying to turn on the afterburners. He's met once again by Matt Ryan.
J.B. Elliott, he's just running up this field on Ottawa's defense. Ottawa's got to find a way to contain him or keep an eye on him just to make sure that they can keep him out of the end zone and hold him to 3 here.
Earning short. Ottawa's defense trying to get Tacoma's offense off the field. Another handoff, right side for Elliott. This time met in the backfield by Bousset and Colony. And that will put an end to this drive, as this is questionable field goal range for Blackwater.
It looks like they're going to go for it here, Tyler.
Here we go, 4th and 1 from the 31-yard line. 3-3 nickel look out of the Cavalry defense. Power eye out of Tacoma. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. Will they snap it? Or will they think better of it? With how the conditions are on the field, they will call their first timeout. And now it's a big decision time here for Tacoma.
You're looking at a 49-yard field goal from this range. Not many minor league kickers can reach that range right now. I think they may punt it and try to pin him inside the 5-yard line.
Be a career long for Paul Trent. Indeed, they will trot out Trent. This one will be a 47-yard attempt from the right hash. Snap is low. Kick is up and away, and it is good. From 47 yards out, it's 6-0 Tacoma.
What a great kick by Paul Trent right there. 47 yards is long for any kicker in the minor leagues, and he got it in there with room to spare.
Absolutely superb kick. And if you're liking the game so far, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As the SFL approaches its 20th anniversary season, there is much more content to come. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLm action and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Harper on the return, weasels his way through defenders and gets up to the 31-yard line. A solid return from Harper as the Cavalry offense will retake the field. They've got a little bit of a deeper hole now, partner, after Tacoma doubled their lead. Can this offense find a way to get some points on the board?
What they're going to have to do is try to keep that front four of Tacoma at bay. They've been getting into the backfield all game so far.
High formation, handoff left side is Salmons. Salmons had a nice hole on the left side. He'll pick up 5 on the play.
And that's what I was just talking about. That was great blocking on the left side of that line so Salmons could get around and pick up those 5 yards.
I formation again here for the Cavalry. Nickel look out of Tacoma's defense. I formation handoff through the middle. And the gut play goes for another 5 yards and a first down for Ottawa.
The Ottawa offensive line is now doing their job. I don't know what the coaches said on the sideline, but they are doing exactly what they need to do. Making those blocks, keeping the defensive line at bay so Salmons can hit the hole and pick up the first down.
First and 10 after 2 solid rushing plays. They'll go to the same exact formation. This time they'll pass. This time over the middle, and I'll go back-to-back first downs as they cross midfield down to Tacoma's 48-yard line. It's Michael Knight coming up with the reception.
Big play. I think it's the first time we called Michael Knight's name tonight. If not, he's taking over for Trafford now because that was a huge reception for him.
Coverage showing a cover 3 look as they back off toward the line to gain. A single back formation, handoff through the middle. Salmons only able to pick up 3 yards. It was 7 men on the line for Ottawa, only 5 men on the line for Tacoma, and somehow the defense gets to the running back quickly.
And that was Jacob Creech there. You're probably going to hear his name a lot this game. He's currently first in the tackles for loss category here in the league,
with 6 in total. Lakeman gonna throw near side, caught with room to run up the field is Harry Harper. He'll pick up the first down and get out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Big play. Looks like Lakeman is now finding more receivers than Trafford here, and he's mixing it up. Tacoma was really starting to cover Trafford, so I think it's good that he finds more receivers so he can put the ball in other players' hands to get up the field.
Roughly a 15-yard pickup for the wideout. Here it's 1st and 10. Here for the Cavalry. Offset eye. Looking to throw is Lakeman. Sidearm slings. Can't find his man. The tight end, Riddick Knutson.
It looks like Knutson there. He looked upfield a little bit too early. Didn't keep his eye on the ball and bring it in all the way. You got to make sure if it hits your hands, you got to get that ball in and secure it.
Now the Cavalry offense come on in a bunch set. 3-3 nickel. Here for the Tacoma Grizzly defense. And Salmons can't find a whole lot of running room, and credit the defense for stopping him up. Good heads up tackle by Shepard Vakarian.
And Vakarian there, he was stalking the running back. That was his entire job with that defense. He just watched where he was going. That was his man if he went out on a passing route. Good job stepping up and stopping him at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 now here for the Cavalry. 4 wide receivers. Lakeman looking left side, caught, room to run, touchdown, Ottawa Cavalry, and they have tied up the football game with a pass to Harry Harper.
And it looks like that the defender just jumped the route a little bit. If he would have stayed in coverage, I don't think Harper would have caught that ball, but he jumped the route to try to defend that ball, and Harper caught the ball in stride to get the 6.
Picture perfect pass from Lakeman to Harper, and they have tied up the game. Here comes Chaz Blackwater, the Week 2 signing, to try and tack home the extra point and give the Cavalry the lead. Snap spot, kick is up, and it is good. Cavalry 7, Tacoma 6. The SFL minor league is underway, but it's never too late to create your player and get him or her involved in the next rookie class. Season 20's rookie draft takes place December 17th and 18th, so don't miss your chance. The sooner you create your player, the better your player will be on draft day. For more information, visit simulationfl.net. Kick is on its way. We are underway once again. Damon James, nice spin move, another nice move, and he just barely had a glimpse at a lane to get to the house, but he's taken down at the 33-yard line, and now it's Tacoma's turn to see if they can, well, all they need is another field goal partner. If they do what they did in the last drive, they certainly can do just that.
Tacoma's been holding on to the ball for a long time, so we've got only 3.5 left until halftime. They got to move the ball a little bit quicker down the field if you want to put points on the board before the whistle.
Looks like they're going to come out in a gun formation to try and do just that with 4 wide receivers. Jackson over the middle, caught, 8-yard pickup for Rob Hunt.
And that's what they got to do. Just no more of these 2 to 3 yard pickups. They got to get those 7, 8, 9 yard pickups. They want to move down the field before halftime.
2 yards away from a first down. They come out in the power I. Jackson changing things up on the line of scrimmage. Go with a run up the middle, and it's with Elliott. Elliott gets clobbered at the 46, and he gets the first down.
Matt Ryan came out of nowhere to hit Elliott on that play. He was out in the secondary, and he saw Elliott get the ball and just came up and gave him a shot.
Lots of hard hitting here tonight in Tacoma. See if that continues. Elliott just completely ignores a tackler, but he will have to obey Timothy Colony, down for a loss of 1.
That was a great move by Elliott. It could have been a loss of 3 or 4 there, but he was able to make that move. Still loses 1, but it's better than losing 3 or 4.
Colony, the man from Motor City, making something happen here in Ottawa as we hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Ottawa with the lead, trying to get Tacoma's offense off the field once again. It's the SFLm on YouTube. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Grizzlies down by 1. I'm Tyler Falk alongside Mickey Malillo. Happy to have your company here on a wet and chilly evening here in the Pacific Northwest. Pass over the middle is flat out dropped by Martin Fallworth, and it's the weather again. We saw it earlier in the ball game, partner, the rain playing a factor and leading to some of these drops. Maybe credit the weather again for that drop.
Yeah, I can't say anything about the defense on that one. That was all Mother Nature that helped that incomplete pass.
So 3rd and long here for the Grizzlies from their own 45. Jackson going to look to throw. He looks into coverage, and it hit off the helmet of the defender, Brewer, and Tacoma's going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, that was just great coverage by Brewer there. He was right there, and as you said, he just threw it right at his helmet. Again, it's the end of the first half. The ball is getting wet. It's going to be hard for these quarterbacks to grip the ball.
Johnny Lander stands at his own 30-yard line to punt this one away. Slow snap, and Ottawa not able to get in the backfield in time as the return. Harper goes for a short return up to the 18-yard line, and that is where Ottawa will take over.
Well, this is a chance for Ottawa to put a bigger lead on the scoreboard before going into the half. They got to be able to move down this field quick. Just like I said for Tacoma on the last drive, Ottawa now has to move down the field fast.
Two backs in the backfield, both alongside the quarterback, Lakeman. Two wideouts to his left, one to his right. He's back to pass, looks left side. Hot turning upfield is Michael Knight. He gets turned around after picking up 7 yards.
As you mentioned before, partner, huge hits being on both defense today. That was a great hit by the Tacoma defense to keep him at bay.
Maldonado laying the lumber for the Grizzlies on the last play. Now they come out in the I formation with 1:15 to go here in the half. Salmons trying to work his way through as the hole closed up in the middle. Try to bounce it out to the left-hand side. Matt Brown there to greet him and take him down after a gain of 2.
If Ottawa wants to get down the field, they gotta control that front four by Tacoma. They've been outstanding all game, getting in the backfield and filling holes.
Another heavy set here on 3rd and short. Go to Salmons through the middle. He'll pick up the first down to the 29-yard line. Still no hurry up here from the Cavalry as we tick closer to the 30-second mark.
Looks like Ottawa might be conceding the half. They're okay with going in with just a one point lead.
We'll have to at least run one more play before the end of the half. Salmons through the middle. Got a couple of nice blocks, and he'll pick up 5 to the 34, and that might just be the final play of the half. Ottawa Cavalry 7, Tacoma Grizzlies 6, and a very tightly contested football game. Neither team willing to give an inch, and if they've had a chance to take it, they've gotten their chances and will have taken a mile. Cavalry on the last drive, partner, that huge corner out, the difference from it being a 6-0 ball game to being a 7-6 ball game in the favor of the Cavalry.
And again, I'm not sure if it's the weather playing a part or if it's these hard-hitting defenses, but it is a low-scoring game. As you mentioned, a very tight ball game here. And if Tacoma wants to come out on top, they're going to have to get in the end zone. 3 points is great, but 6 points is even better.
If we're taking a look in a deeper dive of these two teams, partner, let me backtrack just a touch here, Mickey. As we take a look at these clubs, they're not known for getting a whole lot of first downs. Both these clubs average about 14 first downs a ball game. But right now, I would say they're probably right around 10 up to this point in the ball game. So both offenses are finding their way down the field. It's the defenses which are slowing them up at the right time.
And that's what the defense has got to do. They've got to be able to stop them from getting the first down, yes, but when it's the right time, holding them and letting the other team punt. So the defense is doing the job. No sacks on the day by either defense. Tacoma came close with 2, but they were able to just get incompletes out of it. But they need to either team needs to get into the end zone if they want to win this game. The only team in the end zone so far is Ottawa.
And no turnovers as well. Both teams playing very disciplined football as we welcome you back here to Tacoma, Washington. Tyler Falk alongside Mickey Malillo here in the broadcast booth. It's a wet one. Flood warning in effect here for the Tacoma residents. We've seen a lot of explosive defense mostly in the form of hard-hitting football as we resume action here in the second half. Harper on the return here for the Cavalry, spinning out of one would-be tackler and getting tackled finally at the 26-yard line. And so the Cavalry will take the field to begin this second half. They did run the football and run out the clock at the end of that first half. We'll see now if they can maybe put a composed drive together and maybe add on to their lead. Ace formation here for Ottawa. Quick drop here from Lake. Pass over the middle, caught by Mihata. Mihata's got a 7-yard pickup.
And that's what Ottawa's got to do. Just keep on moving the ball, moving the chain. 7 yards is fantastic to start off the second half. That might have been their game plan at the end of the first half. Go in with a lead, get the ball, and then score another touchdown to extend their lead.
Second and manageable here for the Cavalry. 3-3 nickel here for the Grizzlies as Salmons tried to bust it out to the right-hand side, but the defense was having none of it. Solid tackle on the outside for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies front four is just watching and looking and being able to find that ball and get into the backfield. No yardage on that play, but the front line is doing what they have to do for that Tacoma defense.
Shotgun set. Tacoma send 4. Pass to a wide open receiver. That's Knight, who's got the first down to the 42. He was in acres of space in the middle of the field.
Tacoma might have been in zone on that one because Michael Knight just found that middle of the zone where nobody was hanging out to be able to get the first down on that play.
Good jump on the ball to recover and get to him from Maldonado. Ultimately, it's another first down here for the Cavalry. Another shotgun look here for Lakeman and company. We'll be back to pass. Passing near the sideline, incomplete for Knight. That one's a little bit more questionable than the pass way early on in the ball game that got called for a completion.
Yeah, it does look like Knight might have been out of bounds with that pass. They got to turn around. Lakeman's got to turn around and throw just a little bit sooner so we can get 1 foot in.
So it's 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. No challenge this time from either sideline. Pass on the way here from Lakeman, looking near side. Dropped. Hit his receiver's hands, but just could not haul it in.
That was Trafford again. He's calling his number, and like I mentioned, they're turning around and stalking him after he had those big plays in the first half.
And so now it's 3rd and 10 here for the Cavalry. Defense doing a good job here on these couple of plays. They need one more to force the offense off the field. Gun straight here for the Cavalry. Lakeman gonna look to throw. Pass underneath on the logo, but well shy of the first down marker.
And once again, Mr. Lakeman was looking for Mr. Trafford, and Mr. Trafford got that ball. Old Trafford, though, couldn't get the first down that time.
Old Trafford's been Mr. Old Reliable this evening as they're back to punt it away. Cale Barrett Jr. from their own 33-yard line. Punt is on its way. Damon Janes on the return. Got a couple of blocks. A net gain of about 4 or 5 on the return to the 18. And no further. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams. All the places you can watch live games, plus links to apparel from Sector 6. And get SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net. Your home for everything SFL. Pass near sides. Incomplete. Elliott was in coverage. He's lucky he got a finger on it to tip it away from the defender.
That was the perfect call for the defense right there. They know that they've been doing that swing route to Elliott all game. He's been picking up 3 to 4 yards each time. They had that covered perfectly this time.
The wide receivers here on second down with a split backfield. With a run for Elliott up the middle. And Elliott, unable to make too much headway, will pick up 2 yards before he's ultimately brought down by GB Wallace.
And GB Wallace just came up and filled that hole, so Elliott couldn't go anywhere.
GB says hello to JB. Another crazy conundrum we've got here. We've got 2 Houston players playing against each other on opposite side of the football. Isaiah King the fourth, wide receiver. Angel Maldonado, a quarterback. The SFLm offers you a lot of different matchups as the pass goes over the middle for a good gain of about 9.5 yards to Oswald, unable to give him the first. Harsh from the refs not giving maybe a little bit of home field advantage, and no surprise, Tacoma's going to challenge the spot of the football, which could prove pivotal for this football game.
Let's take a look at this replay here, Tyler. It looks like he got the first down. Angle's a little bit tough.
Very tough there. That one, no, partner.
It's close.
It's very close. I would give him maybe a couple inches closer to the line to gain, but I don't know about the first. R62 with the call.
The play stands. The call on the field was correct. The Steamers will be
And
called
so,
timeout.
no overturn. It will be 4th and inches. Maybe a slightly adjusted spot at best. But now it's decision time for Tacoma. They'll play it safe now down to timeout and punt this one away. Johnny Landers' punt is on its way to Harry Harper, who tries to make a return from his 33, gets to the 36-yard line and no further. So a couple of punts to begin matters here in the third quarter, partner. And well, as we get closer and closer to the draft, we get closer and closer to season 20. What are you looking forward to most with tomorrow's season 19 championship game?
Tomorrow's game's going to be exciting. Just both teams have fought all season long, and it's just going to be great to see my first season come to an end with this championship game. It's been a fantastic season for me personally, but it's going to be great to see my first championship game in the big league.
Salmons with a great run, picks up 11. Baltimore and Arizona from SGO Stadium will be coming to you live tomorrow on Next Level Sports. That one should be a great game, as we've seen a couple of, maybe we'll get a defensive struggle like we've seen tonight, partner, because I think both teams, Eddie Gage and TJ, Dr. Paternetti over there, both love defense.
I don't doubt you on that one whatsoever, Tyler. It's going to be a great, hard-fought game, I can tell you.
As he throws, somehow Lakeman able to find Michael Knight over the middle as he was being taken down. What a play from John Lakeman.
That is the third time tonight the Tacoma front four has gotten to Lakeman and has hit him. And that's the third time that Lakeman was able to get the ball out just in time. This time he got the completion and not the incompletion.
I formation here for the Cavalry. And off Salmons through the middle. Got an excellent block. A nice pancake block in the interior of the offensive line. And that helped Salmons get the first down.
Salmons just got the ball, hit the hole, ran hard, got the first down. Between Knight and Salmons, that was a great couple of plays for Ottawa.
And it continue, I wonder. Bunch set right side of the formation. Lakeman under center, Salmons deep in the backfield. Salmons gets the call. Right side taken down by Vakarian after a pickup of 2.
If Ottawa wants to extend their lead, they're going to need to get to about the 30-yard line just to be in field goal range for Blackwater. And that'll make it so Tacoma has to score a touchdown to just regain the lead.
Line eye now here on second down. Looking for the screen play near side for Salmons. Salmons gets back to the line of scrimmage and no further. It's King Bradshaw who comes up with the tackle.
Ottawa's is gonna have to pass this down. Looks like they got Salmon's number. The Tacoma defense is watching him. They're gonna need the pass here. I think Old Trafford should be the name that they call right now. Old Reliable.
We'll see if they go his way. Lakeman to throw, looking over the middle. It is caught by Trafford, but 2 yards short of the sticks. Now from the 33-yard line, you trust Blackwater, you go to KL Barrett for the punt.
This is tough. Blackwater has not attempted a field goal all season. Doesn't look like they feel that he can make it from this yardage, so they're going to punt it away.
They're going to keep Blackwater on the sidelines. He will not get a chance to attempt anything longer than an extra point to this point, and it will continue. Punt is going to be a good one. Drops at the 10, and it's stopped at the 4-yard line. A beautifully executed coffin corner punt. And Tacoma now have to go the length of the field to get some points.
And Mike Carroll was down there covering that ball. He saw that bounce, let it bounce once, but he said, "You're not going in the end zone this time. I'm going to keep it out."
And so Tacoma, their backs against the wall with 4:41 to go here in the third quarter. You cannot go backward. Jackson is going to go under center, offset single back behind him. We have yet to see a sack tonight. All right, Elliott through the middle, gets away from one, gets away from all of them. He's off to the races. J.B. Elliott, 96 yards to the barn. Touchdown, Tacoma Grizzlies.
What a run by Elliott. Elliott hit that hole, had to break 2 tackles on the way down to a 96-yard touchdown. He just ran hard right when he got the ball. He had one defender that could have had a chance at him and just outran him to get that huge touchdown for Tacoma.
And just when I say they can't go backward, J.B. Elliott says, "I've only got one gear, man. It's called drive, and I'm going to drive this bus to the end zone." And that's exactly what he did for 96 hard-earned yards.
I hate to dispute you there, but I think that was hyperdrive right there.
I would have to agree with that, even more so. This to make it a 13-7 ball game. Snap spot, kick is up, and Trent's extra point is good. 13-7, Tacoma out, back in front. Join us tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for the 19th SFL Championship game, live on Next Level Sports. Cameron Irvine and Brett Solberg will have the call with Justin Reside and Zach Holdorf on stats, while Ethan Muslin, Mike St. Green, and myself, Tyler Falk, hold things down at the studio for the biggest game of the year. For a channel guide and more info about Next Level Sports, visit NLSE.com. Turn here from Harper, gets all the way to the 27-yard line before he's taken down. And so the special teams couldn't pin Tacoma back far enough. They give up a touchdown on the first play of that drive, and now Tacoma is back in a 6-point hole.
I think the special teams did what they did by putting them inside the 5, but it was just Tacoma's offense that just said, "No thank you, it's our turn." And to get that 96-yard touchdown run by Elliott.
Ottawa now behind by 6, not Tacoma. Swing pass near side, finds Salmon. Salmon spins into Trafford. Mena is able to find maybe an extra yard to the 5.
What Ottawa's got to do here is start moving the ball down the field. They were able to get in the end zone once in the first half, but they've got to be able to get down. That 98.5 passer rating for Lakeman is great, but he's got to do more if he wants to win this game.
Second down, handoff through the middle. Salmon's able to pick up 2. He's got 7 all-purpose yards here on those last 2 plays, and they might have to maybe find a different avenue as the defense is starting to get to him in a hurry. The more often they give him the call.
I think Ottawa's got to look to go to the air more often than the ground right now.
Go to the ground instead. Salmon's right side. Salmon's first down. Out of a tackle at the 43 and down to the 44.
And just as I say that, Ottawa proves me wrong.
Salmons takes your logic and says, shove it, partner, as he gets a couple of blocks from his offensive line and wide receivers on the right-hand side, enough to help him spring him free.
And Salmons did a good job of breaking the tackle by Matt Brown there to get those couple of extra yards at the end.
Left eye again, 1st and 10. Man over the middle, and it's caught. Somehow was not caught by the spinning, jumping defender, and it's ultimately hauled in by the tight end, Mihata.
Mihata just, I don't know how he got that ball, but he was a fantastic catch there. Just was right there in front of Vicarian to be able to secure the ball and get another first down for Ottawa. This is what Ottawa needs right now.
Already a much better drive, at least starting out-wise, than a couple of their previous ones. Last drive, they got all the way to the 33-yard line, but had to punt it away. They need to go deeper here on this drive, as Salmons gets hit from behind after picking up 4 yards.
I think what Ottawa's doing right now is good. They're going to the ground a couple, then going to the air, keeping Tacoma's defense on their toes, not knowing what they're going to do next for the Cavalry offense.
Maybe going to the ground game once again here on 2nd down. They come out in the goal line eye, handoff through the middle. Salmons fighting off tacklers and picking up another Cavalry first down.
Salmons definitely has proven me wrong now. That was a great run by him. He just kept his legs running, found the hole, break another tackle there by Matt Brown. Matt Brown had his hands all over him, just couldn't take him down. And if it wasn't for the secondary there secured, I think Salmons would have went to the house.
Both running backs right around the 100-yard mark. Of course, Elliott over 100 yards with the last 96-yard touchdown. We'll see if Salmons can try and get close to Elliott's numbers. Picks up 2 more to help his cause.
And once again, there is Vicarian there, in on the tackle. He's been all over the field for the Tacoma defense tonight.
Plays left and right, tackles, deflections. He's done it all this evening. Goal line eye here on 2nd and 8. Going to go with a pass near side. That's the fullback, Robert Ross, who turns upfield for extra yardage. Gets the 22. It'll be 3rd and 5 upcoming here for the Cavalry.
Well, that was smart by the Cavalry to switch it up and throw that swing route to their fullback there. They've been looking at Salmons this entire drive. It was good to put the ball into a different back's hands to get some yardage.
3rd and medium. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Lakeman stutters, fires, caught behind the defense. It's Old Trafford. He gets to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Cavalry.
Lakeman's got to be careful in that backfield. Looks like he's slipping and sliding all over the place, but there's Old Trafford, as you said, old reliable, cutting across the middle on that post route and just getting the ball inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Cavalry here.
Brown unable to come up with that play is now their almost mirror image partner of where their offense was on their last possession. The defense now at the 6-yard line, looking for a goal line stand. 13-7. We've hit the 4th quarter. Get your 4s, 86s, 12s, and 68s up in chat. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Final flame of regulation. Here in Tacoma, Washington, Tyler Falk, Mickey Malillo. It's 1st and goal here for the Ottawa Cavalry. Here at the 6-yard line, handoff, Salmons, and he is taken down by some of the Grizzlies. Maybe a little bit of frustration from Matt Brown and Jacob Creech after giving up the 3rd down reception as they come up and combine for the tackle.
Jacob Creech just came up and filled that hole. Again, he's number 1 with 6 tackles for losses there. That might be number 7 for him.
Goal line eye, 2nd and goal. Another running play through the middle, and it's another stop from Matt Brown. Back-to-back tackles for Brown as Salmons picks up 3. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for a touchdown to take the lead. I don't know if they're going to stick with Salmons or go over the air for this one.
Goal line defense versus a single back ace formation from the offense. Lakeman, swing pass, near side, Salmons, touchdown! He'll walk it in, and we are back to a tie ball game.
Well, looks like they took both my advice right there. They went to the air to Salmons for the touchdown.
The defense just got back into the heels and tried to play maybe a deeper route to the back of the end zone, left the front wide open for Salmons and the swing pass, and now Chaz Blackwater can put the game on his back once again and take the lead for the Cavalry with this extra point.
This is what kickers do. They come in when it's clutch. They're the reliable playmaker to put games in the lead for their teams.
Spot. Blackwater's kick is up, and it is good. And Ottawa retake the lead. It's 14-13. And we want to remind you that 8 p.m. Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. 8 p.m. Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. On the return is Wayne James, and James gets up to the 29-yard line, and that is where the Tacoma offense will take over. We've gotten into a little seesaw battle, a little bit of back and forth partner here in this second half, as Tacoma's offense needs to find a way back down the field.
The first half was a little bit slow going, but this second half is looking like it's going to be action-packed.
And no sign of J.B. Elliott on the last drive. He rattled off a 96-yard scamper for a touchdown. This time, they might want to go for the air for the touchdown. Pass right side, caught, gain of 13 yards for the Grizzlies, and it's a first down.
Lily Nakai there just decided to tap her toes on the sideline so they could get that first down and get the ball down the field.
Great extension. Oh my goodness. Incredible catch from Lely. That second angle made that catch look better than what I saw it was originally.
I don't think she could have reached any further out there to get that ball. That ball was just perfectly placed that nobody could catch it but Lely.
Offset eye, weak side. Here for the Grizzlies here on 1st and 10. Handoff through the middle goes Elliott. And Elliott taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Timothy Connolly says, "You're not getting another big gain on my watch tonight, fella."
And the two-way player out of Motor City right there, he was just like, not another 96-yard run. You're going to stay right here.
Oh, it's second down. Identical formations for both clubs. Another same play. Run up the middle this time. Elliott able to pick up about 5 yards as we take a look at his totals. 139 yards, partner, 96 of them on the drive previous.
The most impressive stat is 9.9 yards per carry there. I'm sure that average went up with the 96-yard run, but 10 yards per carry is impressive by any back, no matter what the situation.
Third down, handoff through the middle. Elliott, he cannot get the first. Tackled near midfield, dragged down from behind by G.B. Wallace. 4th down on its way.
That's a huge stop for Ottawa here. They get the ball back. They can drive down the field and even just get a field goal. It forces Tacoma to get a touchdown.
Johnny Landers been called on to punt this one away. Harper going to try and make a return from his 10-yard line. He can only get up to the 14. And so, the Cavalry offense comes back onto the field with a 1-point lead. And as we saw earlier, that 1-point lead just isn't enough here between these two clubs.
No, it is not, especially with Ottawa with the lead. The clock running is going to be big. They may stay to the ground a little bit to run off as much clock as possible.
O-line I to begin the drive here for the Cavalry. Handoff. Salmons through the middle. Salmons picks up 3 yards before Jacob Creech brings him down. 2nd and 7.
If Tacoma wants to stay in this ball game, that front four that's been awesome all night has got to step up here and be able to stop Ottawa right here, right now, and do a 3-and-out.
Take a look here out of Tacoma's defense. Quick drop here from Lakeman. Pass bobbled and incomplete. Fullback Robert Ross, his second target, or third target of the night. He's 1 for 3.
Well, that was good defense by Tacoma. Would have been even better if they could have got that. It bounced off 2 defenders there. A little bit of game of pinball in the middle of the field with the football. But at least they hold them to a 3rd and long.
3rd and 7. Here for Ottawa. From their own 17-yard line. Bump coverage from the corners on those 4 wide receivers. Tacoma send 4. Pass over the middle. It is bobbled and dropped. Knight couldn't bring it in, and that's going to force a punt.
That's exactly the stop Tacoma needed so they can get the ball back. They needed that 3-and-out, get the ball back, give them plenty of time to get into at least field goal range or get into the end zone so they could take the lead in this ball game.
4th and 7, Tacoma looking like they're going to send the blitz. Here on the punt. Blitz backs off, and the punt from Cale Barrett Jr. is away. Right hang time. Good little move from Fallworth, and Fallworth is able to get to the 49-yard line, and it's a very short field here for the Grizzlies.
Looked like Fallworth just made a move, and GB Wallace just couldn't keep his footing on this wet turf right now.
Here comes the Tacoma offense looking to start another drive. Quick drop here from Jackson. Pass near side, incomplete. Intended for Hunt.
Ottawa's defense is giving their secondaries giving Tacoma a lot of room for these underneath passes. They haven't come up and played bump coverage as much as Tacoma's defense. I think that might be something you got to consider. And as I say that, the secondary creeps up.
Here they come marching onto the line of scrimmage, partner. Split backfield here on 2nd down. Handoff through the middle. Good blocking. Provides J.B. Elliott enough space to roam for 6 yards.
As you saw, J.B. Elliott 149 yards tonight on this wet turf. That is fantastic for him.
Thank you for tuning in to this edition of the SFLm. If we still got time after ours, Albuquerque and Annapolis still going on. Also here on SFL YouTube, Albuquerque leading 21-0 after a touchdown. And again, another pressure, but no sack tonight. Rowe just a little bit too slow on the pressure.
And once again, the quarterback, this time Tacoma's quarterback, King Jackson, was just able to get that ball off just in the nick of time for it to be incomplete and not a loss of yards.
And so, 4th and 4, still got plenty of time if your defense can get Ottawa off the field, but it's only a 1-point ball game. Got to start looking at these 4th downs as potential opportunities to try again, as this time Tacoma is going to return the favor on a punt. They'll pin it at Ottawa's 4-yard line. Now we get to see whether or not Ottawa can do exactly what Tacoma did and go 96 yards on a drive.
Well, let's see if Dwayne Salmons can do exactly what J.B. Elliott did before, 96-yard run.
1st and 10 from the 4. Single back set, handoff Salmons. Salmons goes backward a yard. Shepard, Vakarian, along with Tiga Clay, combined in the backfield for the loss of 1.
That's a huge play for Tacoma there. Push him back a yard. Great tackle for loss there. Keeps them close. He doesn't give them much room to do much back there in the backfield now.
Another single back set, 2nd and 11. Salmons near the goal line, taken down at the 1, they'll say. They'll give them forward progress, and now it's really crunch time.
A safety puts Tacoma in the lead here and gives them the ball. So this is big for their front four to get into that backfield. Creech comes back there, huge tackle, catching the back. This is going to be a huge play for Tacoma if they can get this safety.
No room for error. They come out with 4 wide receivers on 3rd and 13. Salmons again gets outside the end zone and gets the 2-yard line. That'll give Cale Barrett a little extra room for the punt, but this was a spectacular couple of downs for Tacoma's defense.
Now Tacoma's going to get the ball, most likely on Ottawa's side of the field.
We have got a little bit of extracurricular activity. Let's go to R62. That gives those 3 previous downs a little less meaning as Murphy gets called for offsides. So the ball will be spotted at the 7-yard line, giving even more room for Landers to punt. For Cale Barrett, to punt.
Yeah, it looks like he's now got his full allotment of yardage back there to be able to get this ball off.
No pressure from Tacoma as the punt's away. Falworth on the return just outside the 40-yard line. We'll get to the 41. And so for the first time tonight, partner, we've got our first drive starting in plus territory for either team.
And this is key for Tacoma. Got to get, like I said before, at least the 30-yard line. Try to get their kicker to get them to 3 to put them up. That's what they need to do here. At least get a field goal.
Offset eye, 2 tight end set. On 1st down. Jackson, deep shot over the middle. It's dropped. He had the catch and he dropped it. The fullback, Dwayne Will.
Dwayne Will on that fullback fly pattern right from the backfield. This rain, it's late in the game. The ball is soaking wet. It's going to be tough for any of these receivers to make a catch right now.
We'll see if Tacoma can brush it off and go again. 2nd and 10. Power I formation. 8 men in the box here for Ottawa. Run near side. JB Elliott gets a block. He's inside the 30 and down to the 27.
JB Elliott has been the man for this Grizzlies offense all game long. Take away that 96-yard touchdown run. He has been the man that when they call his number, he's getting them yardage. He's getting them first downs. He's running hard. He's getting up the field and putting them in position to win this game.
No matter what, now they're in field goal range, and so anything but a turnover would be helpful. Jackson will look to throw near side to a falling receiver is Lili Nakai, and Nakai hauls it in for a gain of 5.
Lili Nakai loves those out routes. She also loves to go on the ground like that extension on her last catch. But getting those extra 5 yards is just going to make it easier for Tacoma to take the lead.
As she slid out of bounds, that stops the clock for the moment. 4:19 to go here in the 4th quarter. As coverage will creep all the way up onto the line. Offset eye, 2 tight end set here on 2nd down. Handoff through the middle is Elliott. Elliott met immediately in the backfield by Timothy Colony and company. It's a loss of 2.
Timothy Conley right there. He was just playing perfectly to keep an eye on Elliott. I think that might have been a couple of plays too late for that, though, because they're in field goal range. Like you said, 3 points puts them in the lead.
Play action for Jackson. Hit as he throws, and down he goes again, but it's not a sack. Get in with the pressure, and on comes Paul Trent to try and take the lead for Tacoma.
Gonna be about a 38-yard field goal from here, well within the range for Trent.
It from 43 earlier in the ball game. This one will be exactly 40. from near the right hash to give the Grizzlies the lead. Snap spot. Kick is up and on its way, and it is good. From 40 yards in the pouring rain, Tacoma have the lead again.
Now, Ottawa's got to make sure to keep the ball and drive down the field. That's been their downfall all game long, is that they haven't been able to really drive since that one touchdown early on in the first half.
So now it's only a 2-point ball game. Ottawa 14, Tacoma 16. With 3:47 to go here in the fourth quarter. What a game we've got here in the fourth week of the minor league, and what a prelude to the championship game in the pros tomorrow afternoon. As the return gets up to the 28-yard line, no further, Ottawa's offense comes on the field once again, now down behind by 2. Can they make something happen?
The biggest thing Ottawa's got to do is keep an eye on that clock. They let the clock run down when they got the ball under 2 minutes. They can't let that happen here, otherwise they're going to lose this ball game.
My estimate is they have to get to at least the Tacoma 25 for a Blackwater field goal, as the handoff left side for Salmons goes nowhere. Creech in on the stop.
Keep your eye on Creech. He's all over the backfield.
Little bit of hurry up. Now here from Ottawa as they hustle to the line, out of the huddle. Heavy set, handoff Salmons through the middle. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain of the play. They will elect to not hurry up again. Possibly a chance to change the formation here on 3rd and 10.
Looks like that was Lucius Carver that came in for that big tackle right there for no gain.
Under 3 minutes to go. Bump coverage now from the DBs with 4 wide receivers here for Ottawa. Lakeman back to pass over the middle, caught by Harry Harper. It's short of the sticks by about 3 yards.
This is a tough call here, Tyler. Do they go for it on 4th down deep in their own territory or punt it away?
They will elect to go for it. They hustle to the line. Shotgun set with 3 wide receivers. 4th and 3. Lakeman to throw. Under pressure over the middle. Caught. First down at the 46-yard line. They keep the drive and their 4th down lives alive.
Michael Knight reaching down and grabbing that ball was a huge play to keep this drive alive.
And just like that, we hit the 2-minute warning. We've got an exciting conclusion here in the Maelstrom. It's 16-14 Tacoma. Don't go anywhere. Two minutes to go here in regulation. Tyler Falk, Mickey Malolo here in week 4 of the minor league. Ottawa driving down by 2. Swing pass left side for Salmons. He gets tackled after a pickup of 1. Ottawa's going to go back to the line in a hurry. Only 1 true wide receiver out there. That's Michael Knight. 2 tight ends set. 2nd and 9. Swing pass near side this time for the fullback, Robert Ross. He gets blasted out of bounds after picking up about 6 yards of the 47. That will stop the clock.
Nano Matthews came out of nowhere to give him a shot, let me tell you.
So it's 3rd and short. Here for the Cavalry. On the opposite side of midfield. Have to get to the 44 at least to convert here on 3rd down. Quick drop, quick pass over the middle, incomplete. Michael Knight couldn't haul that one in. Good hit from Matt Brown, and it's another 4th down upcoming for the Cavalry.
Well, there's no choice in the matter this time. They've got to go for it. Under 2 minutes to go, down by 2. They're in Tacoma's territory. You got to go for it here. Give it a shot.
Fourth and short. They converted earlier on 4th down on the drive. Can they do it again? They go with a run up the middle. Salmons, nothing doing. Matt Brown with the tackle, and it's a turnover on downs.
Almost offense is going to come out here, but the big thing is if Ottawa's defense can hold them to a 3-and-out, they do have 3 timeouts here. They may be able to get the ball back if they can do this quickly.
And so, Tacoma need to put together a drive to put this game on ice. They'll come out here on a power I. Begin the drive. Jackson changing up the play at the line. Run up the middle. Elliott gets by 1, taken down at the 45. He'll pick up 8. Ottawa calls their first timeout, but if you're looking as far as maybe an average yards per drive, that might just hurt Ottawa just a little bit if they can string a couple more plays like that together.
If Tacoma gets a first down, this game is all but over for Ottawa.
Another power I. Only 6 men in the box here for the Cavalry. Need to get home and fast. They will not. Elliott to the right side. Spins away from a tackle, and there he goes. Inside the 20, to the 10, down to the 7, and that might just be your ball game.
And that is the nail in the coffin that Ottawa did not want to see. J.B. Elliott found the lane outside the right end, makes a great spin move right there to get down inside the 20-yard line. Inside the 10-yard line, excuse me.
So that was Ottawa's second timeout, got 1 remaining. And so, Tacoma are now playing with house money. We've seen teams come away with victory in this situation. We've seen teams dramatically fall apart. But it looks like Tacoma are going to play this one safe. Out comes the victory formation for the Grizzlies. That's the first kneel down, and that's Ottawa's final timeout of the ball game. And if I do my math right, partner, and I'm not that too terribly good at math, I think this ball game will end up going Tacoma's way, because after give or take maybe a second or two, Tacoma will be attempting to put 3 more points up on the score line. It'll be a 5-point ball game, and it will come down to a return, which I don't know if I trust Harry Harper or not. He has made a few different plays, but he's going to have to make a play of his life if I do my math correctly, partner.
Your math is absolutely on point there. You're right. It hasn't really been Harry Harper. It's been the Tacoma coverage. They've been all over every return that Harper's been back for.
Final kneel down here for King Jackson. And with this kneel down, there's a 2-second difference between game clock and play clock, and field goal unit will have to come on and attempt an extra field goal to make it a 5-point game. But ultimately, partner, that 2-minute drill drive from the Cavalry, a little bit, not a whole lot in a whole little bit of a time.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on that.
And ultimately, that will lead to Ottawa going down again in back-to-back weeks. They will fall to 2-2, while the Tacoma Grizzlies, with this field goal, make it a 19-14 ball game with 1 second to go. They will more than likely go to 2-2, pending the kickoff. Anything can happen. We are going to sit back and watch along the rest of you to find out what happens.
What Tacoma has to do is keep the coverage like they have all game just to solidify this victory. 1 second means nothing if they can run this ball back for a touchdown.
Harper is going to need the return of his life. Kick is on its way. Harper at his own 9-yard line. Clock has expired. Shakes and bakes 1. Bulldoze to the 29, and that's it. The Tacoma Grizzlies will come away with their second victory of the season, 19-14 in a second half that had a lot more fireworks in the first half, and we were all for it.
That second half was outstanding. Big stat of the game is, for both defenses, no turnovers, no sacks on either side of the ball. The offense held onto the ball and didn't give up any sacks all game long. There's that big run by J.B. Elliott for 96 yards for that touchdown. But the defense was key here for both teams. Just Tacoma's defense, one out, held Ottawa to 14 points.
That fourth down play, which a lot of folks in our chat partner kind of criticized, maybe I think a little bit too harshly, but a run on that fourth down, which was well snuffed out, ultimately providing the final nail in the proverbial coffin for the Cavalry.
I can't say it was the absolute wrong call. Everybody knows on fourth down you're going to try and put it in the air, but with this weather, with how things were going earlier in the drive, the run was working. Maybe might want to have seen that swing pass that was working for the rest of the game with Salmons, but a run, I don't know in that situation if I would do either.
And so a special thanks to my partner, Mickey Malillo, for joining me tonight. Special thanks to our producer, Commissioner Cameron Irvine, back to the SFL headquarters. Your player of the game was J.B. Elliott with that 96-yard rushing touchdown. He had 208 yards in total and 14 receiving yards. That will do it for week 4 of the minor league. We will see you tomorrow for the season 19 SFL championship game between the Arizona Scorpions and the Baltimore Vultures. See you then. Until next time, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.